to KZN now. AmaZulu King, Misuzulu, Zwelithini, and Deputy President Mashatile are leading the second National Men's Day walk against gender-based violence and femicide in KwaZulu Natal. eNCA's Lethiwe Mdluli is there and joins us with an update of how this walk is progressing. Lethiwe, a very important issue that the King has put at the very centre of many of his public appearances and speeches.
Indeed, Marcel, and we are expecting for about 3,000 people to take part in this march here in Umlazi. We are at the Mashatile University of Technology, and we've seen quite a few people starting to trickle in, wanting to be part of this very important march against gender-based violence and also femicide. And as you mentioned, when the King took the reins, one of his missions was to highlight the scourge of GBV and also the high numbers that the country is recording. He has condemned the act of GBV and called for all men to take part and unite and fight against the scourge. This is the second annual walk that he's going to be embarking on. And right now we are expecting for him and the Queen to arrive at the Mashatile University of Technology. And we have been told that the Deputy President, Mashatile, will not be attending today, but there are various ministers who have already arrived who are going to be taking part. But right now I'm joined by the COO from the Goodman Foundation. I want to bring him in and just talk to him about the significance of this event. Thank you so much, Bob Gumete, for joining us at eNCA. Take us through what we can expect today and obviously the significance of this event, the importance of it as well.
Yes. This is a very important event. As you would know that in 2020 the President organized a GBV summit where what we call GBV pillars were actually laid out from that summit, and then those pillars were then a framework that every civil societies that exists within the fight of GBVF must then follow. So the Goodman Foundation today has heeded that call from that GBV summit, but more importantly, we have been actually extracted by the King to actually organize this important walk, because the King has actually now said enough is enough. He wants to come in himself and lead this walk and send the strongest message to all men of conscience that what is happening in our country is currently not something that should be happening. You would also understand that with the latest statistics from the Minister of Police, Umlazi, the significance of being in this place, the significance of organizing this march in this place is actually directly related to the statistics that was released by the Minister of Police, where Umlazi is also highlighted as the hotspot of GBVF, and Inanda is also highlighted as the hotspot of GBVF, and Pietermaritzburg as well is also highlighted as one of the hotspot, and Empangeni. So then you'd understand that this is a very important walk. You would understand also that in isiZulu we say into masehlulile kuthiwa ichilo, into ke masekuthiwa ichilo kushuthi singaphezulu kwehlazo. So ke ubayede utheke wonke amadoda of conscious namhlanje, they must pause and come and be a part of this important walk. Sizohlaba inhlabamkhosi ndawonye to say enough is enough. Ake sivikele omama, ake sivikele abantwana and all the vulnerable groups.
Mr. Gumete, do you think that a march like this one or walks such as this one achieve anything? We've seen a lot of marches taking place over the past few years, fighting against the GBV and also femicide. But unfortunately, we are also seeing an increase in the number of these cases. Do you think that you yield any results by holding these kinds of walks?
Definitely. You see, the Goodman Foundation is actually structured in 3 pillars. We've got awareness, which is very important because this sends message. Also, what is also important is the significance of the leaders, the senior leaders in our community coming together, because today we're expecting the King himself, we're expecting business, We're expecting traditional leaders. We're expecting religious sector to form part of this march. Remember that those are leaders in various parts of the communities. So it's very important that we have senior leaders of our community in a stature of a king coming to say enough is enough. But having said that, you're right. It is equally important that we create sustainable efforts so as to sustain this fight, because the awareness and the education is equally important so that people are conscientized. But also from there, we also need intervention. We have what we call cloud therapists within the Goodman Foundation, which is a platform of psychologists, registered counselors, and social workers that responds directly to Pillar 4 of strategic implementation plan of the fight against GBV, which provides healing care and support. So you're right, awareness and education it's not enough. We want to see sustainable efforts. We have government here, we have a provincial representative from government. They are also doing incredible when it comes to the fight against GBV. There's quite a number of activities that our province is actually embarking on in fighting GBV. So we are just pulling also our weight as civil society to say let's complement the efforts of the government, and our provincial government is actually doing the best when it comes to the issue of GBV. But we are inviting all parties, corporate sector. It's very important that business also come into play and contribute into the fight against GBV. Civil societies must organize themselves and organize themselves in a sincere manner that is actually going to benefit the survivors of GBV. But what also is important are the perpetrators. We must not, as you can see, that this march is organized around men. Right? Most of the work and marches and education and awareness are organized to deal with victims. We're saying people that are actually deemed to be perpetrators must come here and listen to the king and listen to Intlabamkhosi Kangangozolake and respond ukuthi sokanjani phambili ma.
And the message that you're going to be relaying out there, you're specifically targeting men and also, like you said, perpetrators. The message that you're going to be relaying and also giving out to the men out there who are going to be joining you.
Sithi aphi amadoda. Uyabona ke ngesizulu uma sithi aphi amadoda, indoda nje akuyona indoda ngokuthi udalwe waba owesilisa, kodwa indoda ngezenzo. So ke umbuzo ke esibuzayo ukuthi apha amadoda ingonyama ke izolauncha inhlabamkhosi a campaign apha amadoda, and that is also one of the sustainable efforts that we're going to take from this march, this walk going forward.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That is the COO of the Goodman Foundation, Stabelo Kumete, just basically taking us through what they're going to be doing today, where the king, or AmaZulu king, King Misuzulu Zwelithini, is going to be leading a march against gender-based violence and femicide here in Umlazi. Like Mr. Kumete mentioned, Umlazi is one of the leading townships that records high cases of GBVF, also in Nanda and Mpangeni. He mentioned that the significance of them being here is that they want to relay the message to the perpetrators and also bring unity amongst men to teach them against GBV. And he is saying that they're going to be joined by various organizations to push their message, and they are saying that they want to sustain this. So we will be monitoring the events of today. We've seen quite a lot of people making their way in. I have asked Mr. Gumede how many people they're expecting. They are saying that overall they're expecting about 8,000 people to take part in this event, but right now about 1,000 people who are going to be marching are here at Mashatile University of Technology, and then once more people arrive, the march will begin. The king is still not here yet, but we are being told that he's on his way.
Okay, Lethiwe Mdluli reporting to us live there from KZN.